Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming up next. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the GreatLife Golf and Fitness at River Oaks Golf Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like Mafia Mike's and Mafia Pizzeria Southside. And it's free, so pick one up today. This show was recorded live on Saturday, February 25th.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness and She KC show, which is brought to you by the U.S. Army. Enlist in the Army today and you could be eligible for up to $40,000 in educational benefits. For more information, contact your nearest recruiter or visit goarmy.com. And this segment is presented by Kansas City Chiropractic. Kansas City Chiropractic understands the high-pressure demands placed upon individuals in the workplace and the athletic demands people place on their bodies. And they offer care that can relieve pain and stress and improve overall health. You can call them at 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Hello, everyone. I am Steve Fish. I am the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness and She KC magazines, and you are watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness and She KC show. Now, today we're doing our show from a very special location, the Kansas City Golf Show. And this show, like our other TV shows, will play 3 times a day on Sure West Cable Channel 7. Now, each week, Sure West subscribers will be able to see our show in living color on Channel 7 at 8:30 a.m., at 4:30 p.m., and at 8:30 p.m., and that is every single day. Now, you can also view our show, our current show, this show, and our past shows on YouTube by searching for the Good Sports KC channel. It's all one word, Good Sports KC channel. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that the current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness is available free at over 700 locations in KC. And this month, with our March issue, KC Sports celebrates our 15th year as the magazine for sports fans in KC. And our new issue of She KC is available at over 500 locations in Kansas City. Now, in our current issue of KC Sports, we kick off our coverage of the Royals with our KC Baseball Report, which is presented by Budweiser. Now, this month we talk about the moves that the Royals have made to bolster their bullpen. We discuss how staying healthy is important to the success of the Royals this season. And we question the strength of the starting pitching staff as well. And in She KC, we have a story on several Big 12 women's hoops players who all played here in Kansas City before joining their college teams. Plus, we share information on healing therapies for muscles that can be pursued instead of surgery. Now, you can pick up your copy of our current issue of KC Sports at Burger King, at both Minsky's on Berry Road, at Mr. Good Sense, at the Kansas City Ice Center, and at Dick's Sporting Goods in the KC metro area. And for a complete list of locations where you can find KC Sports, visit our website, kcsportspaper.com. You'll find a link to a list of locations right on the homepage of the website, or you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue and many other issues as well on the website. And our publication, She KC, is now out and available at many of the locations where you'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness. Plus, you can visit our website, shekc.com. You can check us out on Facebook by searching She KC, all one word, or follow us on Twitter at She_KC. Now, like I mentioned, we are coming to you from the Kansas City Golf Show, which is going on the weekend of the 24th through the 26th of February. This show will play a couple of weeks down from that, but golf is in the air. People are talking, and with the wonderful weather we've had, people are playing golf right now. And joining us is one of our regulars that we have on the show, Dr. Lynn McIntosh. She is a board-certified chiropractor. She's licensed in Kansas and Missouri. Now, in addition to being licensed to provide general chiropractic care, Dr. McIntosh is a certified chiropractic sports physician working with athletes from multiple disciplines on specific sports-related problems. And we're going to talk about sports-related problems, of course, that have to do with golf today. Welcome to the show, Dr. McIntosh.
Thank you, Steve. And what a fun location.
Yeah,
it's so busy.
Oh, I know. It is incredibly busy. And, of course, today is a special day where KU's playing MU in the final border battle, but that hasn't stopped the golfers from coming out. So.
Well, there's a little bit of time. You
Yeah,
know,
I know.
You can come in the morning. Maybe that's why. You
That's
want to
right.
get out here early.
That's right.
So.
So Dr. McIntosh, is, as I mentioned, is a regular contributor to both Kansas City Sports and Fitness and She KC. She's also a regular on our radio and our TV show now. In the new issue of Kansas City Sports, the March issue, we're running a story on, you write an article on suggesting we put the best foot forward when it comes to the game of golf. Now,
Absolutely.
golf
You bet.
is not a physical sport. Of course, we might ask some of these people. And
I was going to say, I'm sure you'll get arguments about that. But
you carry the bag and you walk the course. It's a physical sport.
There you go.
It's not really an impact sport necessarily.
It's such a wonderful lifetime sport, though.
Yeah.
You get so many opportunities to spend time and to do that and to really engage in something. I used to play with my dad. So, I mean, growing up, when I was little, I would play with my dad. And so, he was quite a bit older. Mm-hmm. And because he was 48 when I was born, so he was quite a bit older. And so it was still something we could do together. So it's a great sport.
Who was a better golfer?
Oh, by far him, because he would do it several times a day.
Oh,
and yes, once he retired, he became quite the avid golfer. So.
Oh, really?
I mean, he was a golfer before, but yes, when he was.
When did you start? What age were you when you started?
Oh, I never remember.
Before 10 or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that? Yeah, really?
yeah, absolutely. Now we had sand greens. So
it
was
really?
Yes. Well, what's up in the sandhills in Nebraska?
Yeah,
so this was, those fancy grass greens came way after I went to college. And so we were still raking them back when I was.
How interesting! I did not know that they had. So what do you have to do? Chip to put it in, or what? Or was it just a harder?
It's truly sand, and you take a rake, and as after you make your putt, you rake out in a circle, and so it is all smooth. It's a smooth surface. It's just got these rake marks, so when you putt, but you have a lot more velocity, which is why I over putt now. Is what I've decided.
It's that muscle memory.
Yes,
from,
it's that
from
muscle
the younger days. So in the article you talk about the golf swing, and the golf swing is a very, even though we were saying that you can't get a concussion playing golf for the most part.
Well, that depends. That depends on that. I heard you have a story about a concussion.
Yeah, I actually have a story. When I was probably about 8 or 9 years old, I was just standing behind a guy that was swinging a driver, and he got me right here.
With the driver?
With the driver and his follow through.
Oh my gosh.
And I got one stitch. Fortunately, it wasn't that bad, but I can still remember the impact of that hitting me in the face. So I don't think I got a concussion from it, but I'm sure that there are others out there. America's Funniest Videos.
Absolutely.
I would have been great at that time. But.
Speaking of that, I was actually at dinner the other night, and one of my friend's dads. This is a true story. That his buddy had yelled Fore, and here comes somebody's ball that hit a squirrel in a tree above him. The squirrel comes down, lands on his head, and is like, he's absolutely, the squirrel's of course stunned because he's just been hit in this. So he reaches up to do it. Well, now the squirrel is scared and just about claws him. He's just like, I gotta get out of here. So I don't think he got a concussion, but I think the squirrel may have.
So pack that first aid kit on your golf bag. It sounds like you might need it.
Yeah.
So what we're going to talk about is more common.
Yes, the more common things. You do want to watch, and that's why the rules of golf are for courtesy and to let people go and to pay attention. But yes, typically we don't have impact sports, impact injuries related to golf.
Well, look, 2 people at the table here, 2 stories. I'm sure that there are thousands of them.
That's
in the room
right.
Here. But you talk about the golf swing. Obviously a lot of different parts of the body are used in the golf swing from head to toe. Explain how all the pieces stack up.
Yeah, what we talk about is kinetic chain, and that is everything that goes from the ankle to the knee to the hip. With the shoulder and the head, so you've got multi-planes. You've got you've got rotation, and you've got right to left weight shift. So, and that's what we talk about with the orthotics and with custom insoles and different things. Is what we want to do is first of all make sure that the hips are not rotated to start with, because you want controlled rotation, shoulder controlled rotation. And you're not getting as much out of it if you've preloaded it, if you would say, where, let's say I'm already rotated to one side. Well, then when I would bring my golf swing back, I can't go as far one way or I can't go as far the other. And we also have weight balance, because when you do come into that backswing, you put more weight on your right side. Well, I'm right-handed, but
sure.
So that's I'm in a right-handed golf stance. So on your backside, and then as it comes through, it translates forward, and you want the center of that translation to be just as you do impact the ball. And also shoulder rotation, neck rotation. Again, you want to keep your head down, and we don't think we want to rotate our neck, but when we're rotating our shoulders away, it's really a neck rotation. So even though the head is fixed, the rest of it is not.
Right.
And so it really works the same way as if we were turning our head. So if we have fixation or restriction in the neck, it's not going to turn as well. So it's that whole kinetic chain of how does it work together. And do you have, when you've got gears in a car, all the other gears can work, but when one of them screwed up, the whole thing's screwed up. So that's what we want to do, is free up it so that everything is working to work together in that chain.
So essentially you want to start balanced.
You want to start balanced.
And
absolutely.
Because if you're not balanced, you can overcompensate, and there's injuries that can be related to that. So you talk about solutions on how people can start off balanced, and some of that chiropractic-wise can help, or solutions can be created for individuals.
And so you're going to have, so obviously as a chiropractor, I work on making sure you don't have any bony fixation. So either in the spine or in any of the joints. But we also want muscle balance. And so when you do your workout, and if you do have rotation in the spine, or if you have compression on the nerves of the spine, you will reduce the muscle function. And so we want to do that. And then we have a lot of golfers that have worked out all winter. Now, we didn't have much of a winter, so most of my golfers have actually played several times year-round.
Pretty much.
But a lot of times people will take time, and then they'll do their workouts and they'll do everything else while the weather is not so conducive. And what we want to do is then focus on what muscles that you want to strengthen or stabilize, because there's two different things. You can have just a weak area, and especially we want the low back and the abdomen. You want that whole core muscle so that it is going to work really well for you, so that you have, first of all, control.
Right.
Because that's what's going to make you a consistent golfer, is if you have control. And then also strength, because if you don't have enough, if you're not stabilized, then when you do that, that's when injury has a much greater chance.
Sure.
So you've got, first of all, you want to stabilize, and you want to be balanced. You want to stabilize it in that position. Then you want to strengthen it so you can get more power, so you can get a longer drive. You can do other stuff.
Now, you mentioned in the article that there are some real simple ways that people can determine whether they've got that balance or not, and that they don't require the computer analysis that golfers many times will go get. Nothing wrong with that.
It's a great tool. Everything's a great tool.
Yeah, but and you can also just look at your pair of shoes in some ways to see if you're off balance or not.
Look and see how much wear there is on the heels, and just look at the bottom of your shoes. Are they severely worn on the outside, on the back heel? Are they severely worn on the inside? On the front of the foot, is it got a lot more wear marks? Is it worn relatively equally? In the office, what we do is we're going to do, just with any analysis, a right to left weight balance to see. We also have a digital foot scan that we can see whether you're carrying more weight right to left and front to back.
And you did that. I was in there one day, and I was just amazed. It was so simple.
Yeah,
you said stand on these two scales, and really, if you're balanced, it should be equal. Or
within about 5 pounds. I mean, totally depends. But
and I was like 15 pounds one way or the other, and you immediately knew that there was an imbalance.
Absolutely. Because, we are meant to carry ourselves equally and demand the same from right to left and everything else. And so if we don't, then we can tell very easily. And sometimes people have an anatomic short leg, which is different than a physiologic short leg. So, those are big words for
anatomic is just the way it is.
It's really short, like the bone's not as long. Period.
Okay.
Like from the hip joint to the floor,
Right.
there is a difference. Okay.
A big difference?
Well, it depends. I mean, you know.
Because you found with me, it was like a quarter of an inch, I think,
yeah,
or
something like that.
Yeah.
We go by millimeters, so I can't remember usually on that. I've had up to like an 18 millimeter difference, which is literally like this. Now, I mean, I've had one that was even greater, but that had a totally different function.
Yeah.
But and they didn't know that it was, and it was literally that far.
Really? Wow.
And they had never figured that out, even though they were like, well, yeah, this pant leg wears out, and this does, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised.
You're slanted like this.
Yeah, you're kind of tilted when you walk down the hall. No,
not that we want to.
We always our body will do everything to make your eyes level.
Right.
So if your pelvis is unlevel and then your shoulders are unlevel, you know, it may do that as a compensation to come back. But your body is going to make your eyes level. That is how we see the world and how we make everything work for us. So we'll go into any kind of contortion to make it that way. And so we do that. But also, so when it's forward and back, you want to see, are you carrying all the weight on the insides of the feet, on the outsides of the feet?
Hold those up if you want to.
Sure. Whether it's inside or whether it's outside. So, and of course, as runners, and a lot of people will talk about whether they pronate or supinate, and what that means is do they lean to the outside, and that's supinate, and lean to the inside is pronate. And then you have the arches of the foot. So you have 3 different arches of the foot. People always think about just the medial arch.
Right.
And there's really 2 more. There is the transverse arch and the lateral arch. So you have the one on the inside, the one on the outside, and the one across the top. The one across the top is the one where most people have problems, is because as we age or demand a whole lot from ourselves, that tends to fall.
Right.
And whatever one does, the other 2 follow.
Right.
So as you get this kind of flattening, a lot of people will get a tingling in the ball of their foot, that kind of thing. Well, it's called Morton's neuroma, but it is a compression of that nerve. And easily, by bringing that back up and supporting it in that position, we can relieve the pain. But also, in golf, we have specific insoles just for golf. And they did we have ones that you wear the rest of the time just for normal sport, and then ones for golf that help with that transference of weight and power. So when you think about the fact that you take this weight from the right to the left, and that is the follow through on your club head, what we want to do is, if it's balanced, even if we get a few more inches in rotation, multiply that times that 3-foot club, and that club head change, that is changing how fast that's going to go, and velocity equals power. So the faster that goes, the more power you're going to have, and the farther it goes. So when they did pros with this insole, they got about 15 yards.
Wow.
On their drive.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. So the insole is customized for each individual. And
absolutely.
It's customized for each foot, too, really.
You bet.
So how do you go through that process?
So it's that same digital scan that we talked about, where it actually does pressure, but it's on a photo plate, and so it's very simple to do. And so the same thing that it shows you is how then they use that same information to create the insole. Now, it is the minimum amount of corrections. A lot of times when you get like a running shoe or something like that, you've got this huge medial arch.
Yeah.
And it's because 80% of the populace pronates, and so they roll in. So they're forcing you to the outside. Well, again, they're only addressing one arch, and it's not for you. It's just, most people roll in, so let's just push them to the outside.
Right.
And it feels good because, I can't really walk around barefoot too long without some pain, so I need that arch. But it is just the minimum amount of correction that's going to help you. And we want it to be flexible. A lot of ones that you see are hard, and while that does help some people with pain, that takes out all the normal motion of the foot. And so when you're talking about, again, your weight balance, where you come back on one side so they both turn one way, and then as you transfer that weight through, again, we should be hitting the ball somewhere in the middle right here, and then it's going to roll off to the other side to get our good follow-through that's going to be able to allow us to see where it is and have no injury because we're not trying to break that action.
Right.
It's just really important because that's if you don't have that, all of that energy then is lost into the ground.
Right.
So what you want to do is keep that energy in a useful motion for the golf swing as opposed to just losing it into because if you have a really super soft insole, then you're just, it's just
cushioning.
It's cushioning,
it's like walking on a
in
cushioning
sand.
carpet.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
exactly.
and on carpet, which you're not going to get your most power out of the carpet.
Yeah,
You know, you actually want it to kind of give you some feedback.
So the customized thing is not only going to help you with golf, but in everyday life. as well,
absolutely,
too.
yeah.
So you create a separate one, a special one for golf.
Yes.
And then the people that generally need that are going to probably...
They wear one the rest of the time, but then we have the special one for the golf shoe that has much more... It just has it's Sorbicel, I think, and it's like a spring.
Okay.
You know, it's of course we're talking about the scientific spring, not
Right.
the little one you're going to see.
Right.
But it's got a little bit of bounce to it, so that it actually does help you transfer energy. It makes you less tired, that kind of thing. So it's going to cushion, on the heel a little, but not as much probably as your everyday one.
So you can reach you at Kansas City Chiropractic to find out about that. Give us your information on KC
It's
Chiro.
Kansas City Chiropractic, and you can find us on Google at kansascitychiropractic.com, 816-753-4600. We're on the west side of the plaza, so we're in the phone book, all of those good things. On Facebook, you can find us.
And you can also find some of the other shows that we've done with Dr. McIntosh on our YouTube channel, which is Good Sports KC.
You're just up to date now these days,
and
Steve.
We'll
you're
have
high
this one
tech.
But you can find out all sorts of different things that we talked about. The ER, we talked about. I can't remember what we talked about in some of those other shows, but we talked about other issues that athletes have had in some of those shows. So we are going to take a break. We're coming to you from the Kansas City Golf Show. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, KC Sports and Fitness, and KC Magazine Show. I'm Steve Fish. We will be right back.
This month, Kansas City Sports and Fitness celebrates March Madness and our 15-year anniversary as the magazine for sports fans in KC. And this month, check out the Budweiser KC Baseball Report, the U.S. Army High School Report, the GreatLife Golf and Fitness at River Oaks Golf Report, plus the Command and more. Become a fan of KC Sports. Search KC Sports Mag on Facebook and Twitter, and find us online at kcsportspaper.com. You'll find KC Sports and Fitness magazine at over 700 locations, and it's free, so pick one up today. Single game tickets for the Kansas City Command are now on sale. Call for tickets at 855-KC-ARENA. Visit kccommand.com or email tickets@kccommand and put yourself right in the middle of the action with your hometown arena football team, the Kansas City Command. Wanting to get more out of life is strong. Getting the most out of life is Army Strong. It's the strength that comes from over 150 career fields with money for college. The strength that comes from not just changing your life, but changing the lives of others. There's Strong and there's Army Strong. To find out more, visit your local recruiter. Log on to goarmy.com/KC Sports or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army. Get top dollar for your gold at the Gold Rush Exchange. And with your coupon from KC Sports, get 15% extra when you sell your gold today. Visit the Gold Rush Exchange at 518 103rd between State Line and Warnell. Call 816-941-RUSH or visit kcgoldrush.com for more details. And get top dollar for your gold at the Gold Rush Exchange. Exercise is medicine, and as we age, it gets tougher to fit exercise into our day. Then we turn to prescriptions to stay healthy. Now, Chiefs Hall of Famer Art Still has a simple solution for all of us to use exercise as medicine and improve our health. Art's program uses Core Power Max resistance bands and allows you to include easy and practical exercises into your day that will give you more strength, flexibility, and stamina. For more information on Art Still's program, visit bandstrength.com. That's bandstrength.com, and get healthier with exercise.
Is pain part of your normal day? There's good news. Deep tissue laser therapy, a new non-surgical and drug-free way to treat pain. At Renuva Back and Pain Center, over 90% of our patients have been satisfied with their results.
I heard about Renuva, and it is amazing how I have been helped.
I am able now to do things that you take for granted. I can do all those things now. So it's helped me a lot.
Call Renuva today and receive a free treatment when you schedule your exam.
For your free treatment, call 913-828-0142. That's 913-828-0142. Or visit RenuvaRelief.com. That's RENUVA Relief.com.
Whether you're playing a sport, running a business, or learning how to use an iPad, your ability to make split-second decisions is essential for your success. Hey sports fans, this is Greg Pryor. I was an infielder in Major League Baseball for over 9 seasons and was a member of the '85 World Champion Royals. My decisions in the field and at the plate could have been the difference between winning and losing. Since 1994, I have owned a local health supplement company called Life Priority. Life Priority offers many nutritional formulas that give your body the nutrients that can help your brain keep pace in today's fast lifestyle. To see all 17 Life Priority products, please visit my website at lifepriority.com or call me at 913-438-5433. Use Life Priority products and improve your chances of winning. For free shipping, use promo code LIFEP at lifepriority.com or call me today at 913-438-5433.
The Phillips 66 Big 12 Women's Basketball Championship is returning to downtown Kansas City March 7th through the 10th. Catch all the action at legendary Municipal Auditorium as the best teams in the nation put it all on the line to compete for the Big 12 crown. See the skill and feel the passion of Big 12 supremacy. Don't miss a second of the Phillips 66 Big 12 Women's Championship March 7th through the 10th at Municipal Auditorium. Tickets are on sale now at www.ticketmaster.com.
We are back. You are watching and listening to Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness and SheKC Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness and SheKC magazines. I am Steve Fish, and today we are coming to you from the Kansas City Golf Show. And this segment of Good Sports is brought to you by RunningChicks.com. Whether you are running a race or running around town, there's no reason you shouldn't look good. Life is a race, and you deserve to be comfortable. So check out RunningChicks.com. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, check out the Olathe Imports Command Report. And this month, we introduce you to the Command's new quarterback, Nate Davis. And in our high school report, sponsored by the U.S. Army, we have a story on the Blue Valley North boys basketball team, which is loaded with senior experience this season. Plus, we honor February's high school top performers, Stephanie Lichtenauer from Mill Valley High, and our Coach of the Month, Chris McCabe from Liberty North. Plus, in our College Hoops March Madness report, we have stories on Jayhawks' Connor Tien, K-State's Jordan Enriquez, and Mizzou's Michael Dickerson. And in SheKC, we feature a story on sports officiating and how more females need to get involved. You can pick up your copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including the Kansas City Ice Center and shocking prices in Independence. You'll also find SheKC at over 400 locations, including the YMCA and Queen of the Court Sports in North Kansas City. And if you'd like to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, you can go to our websites and follow the links to our pages. Our websites are kcsportspaper.com and shekc.com. Now you can view our shows also and our past shows on YouTube as well. You can search for the Good Sports KC channel and find us, and Good Sports KC is all one word. Now we'd like to welcome some new advertisers to Kansas City Sports and Fitness, and they include the Burn Zone, the fastest, most exciting, and fun flag football game out there. To find out more about this league, you can visit theburnzone.net. Of course, the Kansas City Golf Show, where we're doing our show today. Volleyball Beach, who we welcome back for their 6th year as an advertiser with Kansas City Sports and Fitness, and they are signing up players right now for their spring league, which begins on April 1st. You can visit their website, volleyballbeach.com, or you can call them at 816-942-2820 for more information. And Renuva Back and Pain Center, where you can learn about a new way to treat sports injuries, deep tissue laser massage. For more information and to receive a free treatment, call Renuva and set up your appointment in February. They're actually in March. You can set it up as well. Their number is 913-828-0142, 913-828-0142, or visit RenuvaRelief.com, and Renuva is spelled R-E-N-U-V-A. Plus, we want to welcome a new advertiser to SheKC, and that is the NCAA Big 12 Women's Tournament, which is coming to Kansas City from March 7th through 10th at Municipal Auditorium. Be sure to get your tickets to Bring Your Daughter game night on Thursday, March 8th. Tickets are just $2 for $24 and available at Ticketmaster. Plus, we want to welcome back several advertisers, Family Bicycles, Superior Toyota, Your Wellness Connection, and, of course, thank our regular advertisers in KC, Kansas City Chiropractic, Potoski and Associates, Element Wellness, and RunningChicks.com. Now, I mentioned we are here at the Kansas City Golf Show, and one of the booths out at the golf show is the GreatLife Golf and Fitness at River Oaks booth, and we are joined right now by Eric Pickrell, who is the general manager for GreatLife Golf and Fitness at River Oaks, and their slogan is Great Golf, Great Fitness, and Great Prices, and that is definitely the case, and we're going to fill you in on that right now. Welcome to the show, Eric.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Now, you were on the show in June of 2009.
Correct.
So about a couple of years ago. Welcome back. At that time, you were the superintendent, I think. So you were taking care of the course, and you got it up to the level it's at now, and then they gave you the big job.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been an interesting process.
So where is River Oaks located? What part of town is it in?
River Oaks is in Grandview, Missouri. It's right off 71 Highway and 140th Street, and just a couple blocks east on 140th.
And I found it, I drove over to your place from the Overland Park area, and I found it incredibly convenient to get there. You just shoot out 135th Street, basically, and you're there. It's a nice casual drive. There's not a lot of traffic, and you go through Martin City, I think, and you're there in 20 minutes.
Yeah, there's a little misconception from the folks in Johnson County. It is a nice, easy commute over to Grandview. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us about the course. Since you worked it like crazy, and now you're still working it. Tell us about the course. How many holes?
Course is a full 18-hole facility. It's par 71. A very challenging layout. I think that's what we get complimented on the most. People really love the layout, and now we've kind of matched the conditions with the layout and provide a great quality golf course.
Right. So the toughest hole is which hole, do you think, for most people?
The toughest hole probably for most people is number 11. It's par 3, which is kind of interesting, but it's a long par 3. It can be played about 225 yards uphill. I like to play it as a par 4. I'll take a bogey and move on.
Right. And which is the best chance for a hole in one?
I would probably say hole number 8. We've had several on number 8 the past couple of years. It's pretty short, probably about 150 yards, relatively easy.
And water hazards and other hazards as well in the course?
Yeah, the Little Blue River cuts through the front 9, so you've got the river pretty much on all the holes on the front 9. The back 9, there's another little creek that runs through there. No big ponds or anything like that,
Gotcha.
But there's some hazards definitely out there.
So even though it's a bit complicated, is it a course that a beginner would enjoy as well?
Absolutely. That's what we try to incorporate in our family membership, that kids are more than welcome to be out there, and it's a great opportunity for them to learn how to play the game.
Right. And one of the slogans for GreatLife Golf is country club approach to public golf. Explain that to me.
Well, what we offer is a family membership. We like to get the family included in this whole deal. We have a fitness center included with the golf.
A brand new fitness center.
Absolutely.
You've improved significantly.
Yeah, we just made major renovations on that, moved the fitness center downstairs. So we like to get the whole family involved and out there. And the membership is a family membership, so the kids are included in that. It just makes it a whole kind of a lifestyle, a fitness golf lifestyle.
So this membership, we mentioned great prices. Fill us in. What's the membership?
Our membership is fantastic. Family membership for roughly $30 a month. The whole family's
That's
included.
Truly incredible.
Yeah, unlimited green fees. That's the real kicker on this deal. You never have to pay a green fee. All you pay for is cart rental when you come out. The fitness center is included in that. So for $30 a month, you get unlimited green fee, fitness center, and a family membership. Added to that, you get about 14 other locations. If you like to travel and golf, you're considered a member at all of our other locations as well. All you have to do is walk in, have your scan card, scan it, and pay for your cart rental if you want to ride.
What's the closest of one of those locations?
Probably Ottawa.
Okay.
Ottawa. We picked that up a year and a half ago. We have a little 9-hole course up in North Kansas City, Maple Creek. We have a 9-holer up in Leavenworth. It's called the Oaks.
Right.
We've got locations anywhere from Salina, Kansas, all the way down to Springfield, Missouri.
Wow, that's fantastic. And again, you've made these incredible renovations to the to not only the fitness area but also the clubhouse.
Yeah, absolutely. We moved the pro shop upstairs, and that's kind of in the works right now. Putting in shirts and stuff like that, getting some TVs in. That's a high priority right now for us now that the fitness center is done. So
we're talking with Eric Pickrell, who's the general manager at GreatLife Golf and Fitness at River Oaks. You've got some specials that you guys are doing, daily specials, regular daily specials, and then also weekly specials. Fill us in on some of those.
Well, those will change from depending on the season. Right now, what we have on a Wednesday for a non-member, we have a $25 all-you-can-play with cart rental included.
Wow.
Fantastic deal. You can come out and play. If you want to play 18 holes or you want to play 72 holes, you can play as much as you want for $25. Great deal for a non-member right there. Fridays, we've got we'll be coming up in the spring, a two-man scramble that we have sponsored by Boulevard, which was a really big deal for us. Great turnout on that last year. And we're going to do some different things like dollar draws on Fridays and really try to fill up the golf course on Fridays.
And then every day, seniors have a great deal.
Yeah, seniors $10.50 for a cart rental every day. I think that I like that. I like to give those guys a break. They've put in some time and effort, I think, in the past, and they deserve a little cut. So we give them cart rental for $10.50.
Or they can just join up for that $30, and they get a week or they get a whole bunch of days for free.
Yep.
Really, all they have to do is show up. Yep. 3 times in a course of a month. That's fantastic. So to reserve a tee time, where do people call? How do they do that?
Okay, just give us a call at the clubhouse, 816-966-8111. That'll get you myself or Adrian, and we'll get you set up with a tee time. Can do that anytime.
Or to talk about memberships, it's the same number. It's that 816-966-8111.
Yep.
So it's an easy one to remember. And, of course, Kansas City Sports and Fitness will have more information on some of the other specials and things that you have going on during the season. We'll be promoting those.
Correct.
in the publication and on the show as well. Hours of operation?
Sun up to sundown.
There we go.
Perfect
for a golf course.
Yep, as long as we can stay open, we will.
And website is greatlifegolf.com/River Oaks, right?
Well, our company website's greatlifegolf.com.
Okay.
You can access the River Oaks through that website. Also on Facebook, so any one of those media sources you can get us.
Facebook have specials and things like that, too? Are you planning on doing that?
Yeah, we will do that. That's kind of in the works right now. Our Great Life Golf does have a Facebook page. You can see kind of a broad spectrum of what we offer in the company on that page also.
And the other locations of the 14 other locations.
Yep,
well, that's
exactly.
terrific. Well, Eric, thanks. I know you have to run back to your booth because you're signing up people today at your booth at the golf show, but people can certainly call and talk to Eric at 816-966-8111 for membership information at GreatLife Golf and Fitness at River Oaks. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, KC Sports and Fitness, and GKC Magazine show. We are coming to you from the golf show today. I am Steve Fish. We will be right back.
We all know how important balance is to the game of golf, but did you realize that there are easy ways to improve your balance with golf shoe orthotics? Statistics show that 50% of golfers hit the ball harder and 38% lowered their score while using orthotics. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can help improve your balance on the course with customized foot leveler orthotics, and you can save $50 with your coupon from KC Sports Magazine. To make an appointment with Dr. McIntosh, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Get 2 large, 2 topping pizzas, 10 wings, and a 2-liter Pepsi for just $21.99 at Mafia Mike's Pizza, 15205 87th and Lenexa, or Mafia Pizzeria Southside at 112627 Metcalf in Overland Park with your coupon from Kansas City Sports. That's 2 large, 2 topping pizzas, 10 wings, and a 2-liter Pepsi for just $21.99 at Mafia Mike's and Mafia Pizzeria Southside. Call Mafia Mike's at 913-660-1441 and Mafia Pizzeria at 913-322-6666. Sign up for fun at Volleyball Beach. It's the perfect way to stay in shape and enjoy the outdoors. For over 23 years, Volleyball Beach has been KC's #1 sand volleyball spot. With 13 courts, Volleyball Beach has leagues every Sunday through Friday evening. And sign up now for spring leagues beginning on April 1st. For more information, visit Volleyball Beach at 13105 Holmes. Call 816-942-2820 or visit volleyballbeach.com. That's volleyballbeach.com.
The
The Evergreen Wellness Center is a full-service traditional Chinese medicine clinic affiliated with the Kansas College of Chinese Medicine. The Evergreen Wellness Center utilizes traditional Chinese medicine to enrich your quality of life and help you feel better. Located at 147th and Metcalf in Overland Park, the Evergreen Wellness Center is staffed by experienced professionals and certified clinicians committed to providing quality patient-centered care for each individual. For more information on the health solutions available at the Evergreen Wellness Center, call 913-871-6308 or visit evergreenwellness.com. Bring basketball fever to your own backyard or driveway with your very own game court from Sport Court of Kansas City. Let Sport Court come and install a basketball game court at your home. Game courts can also be installed for volleyball, racket sports, soccer, tennis, or roller hockey. So sink that basket at the buzzer and have your own Final Four at home in your backyard or driveway Sport Court. For more details, call Sport Court at 913-963-7529 or visit sportcourtkc.com. Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy. It's an unusual name, but it's a simple, safe, effective, and affordable sports injury treatment solution. Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy has been used by players from the NFL, MLB, PGA, and more to speed recovery from injuries. Now, Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy is available at Summit of Health, 200 Northeast Chipman in Lee Summit. Go online at summitofhealth.com or call Dr. Susan Anschutz at 816-554-4771 to find out how Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy can help speed your recovery from injuries. Are you tired of paying $40, $50, or even $60 to play golf? GreatLife Golf and Fitness at River Oaks is changing the game by offering a $29.99 family membership that includes unlimited green fees, a fitness center, and access to GreatLife's 16 other locations. And check out all the great weekly specials at River Oaks, including All-You-Can-Play Wednesdays, Dollar Beer Fridays, and the Everyday Senior Special. For more information, call River Oaks at 816-966-8111 or visit GreatLifeGolf.com. It's March craziness time, and Johnny Brusco's New York Style Pizza in Overland Park has a great special offer when you use their coupon in this month's KC Sports. Get any large pizza for only $12. That's right, any large pizza for only $12, and delivery is free. Visit the Johnny Brusco's on 135th, just east of Quivira in Overland Park for a sit-down or take-out meal, or call Johnny Brusco's at 913-897-8160 and get your pizza delivered free. And this month, get any large pizza for only $12.
Welcome back to Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness and She KC Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness and She KC magazines. I am Steve Fish, and today we are coming to you from the Kansas City Golf Show, and this segment of Good Sports is brought to you by Renuva Back and Pain Center, providing a new non-invasive way to treat pain with Class 4 deep tissue laser massage. This month, call 913-828-0142 or visit renuvarelief.com to schedule a free treatment. That's RENUVA relief.com. And I'd also like to mention some experts who each will be a part of our show during the month. They are Dr. Lynn McIntosh, who was just here with us at the Kansas City Golf Show from Kansas City Chiropractic, just off the plaza. Former Royal World Series champ Greg Pryor from Life Priority Nutrition, who will share nutritional supplement information with us. Dr. Susan Anschutz from Summit of Health Chiropractic in Lee Summit, and Chiefs Hall of Famer Art Still, who will tell us about how important exercise is, especially as we age. Each will join us on the air once a month to talk about things like exercise, health solutions, sports, and more. And you can read a health or a sports tip from each in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. You can also see shows that they have been on our YouTube channel, which is Good Sports KC, all one word. Now, to read each of their current articles, pick up your copy of KC Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including Johnny Brusco's New York Style Pizza at 135th between Quivira and Neiman, all the Burger Kings in the city, and the Sport Clips as well, and, of course, at the location of our next guest, Golf MD. Now, in this month's GKC, we tell you how a blood test can tell you about possible health issues. Plus, we answer a reader's question about eating smaller meals, 4 to 6 a day, versus the 3 big meals that we're all used to eating. And if you have a question on sports or health or exercise, send it to us at submit@shekc.com. And I also want to mention that on March 10th, we will be at a new location, Mafia Pizzeria Southside, located at 126th and Metcalf, and our taping will start at about 12:30 that day. On March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, we will be at Johnny Brusco's Pizza. We'll begin taping our show at about 12:30 that day also. And Johnny Brusco's is located at 135th Street, just east of Quivira, between Quivira and Neiman. And on March 31st, we will be at the Kansas City Ice Center recording an upcoming show. KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. And again, our taping will start at about 12:30 that day. So come on out and join us. You might see yourself on TV. Now, one of the other I'm going to take those from you because I have to ask you questions. One of the other exhibitors here at the golf show is Mike Dickerson. He is the owner of Golf MD, located at 11231 Strangline Road. Mike, he is also one of the world's 100 top golf club fitters. Mike, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Steve.
Now, where is Golf MD again? Actually, I said that. You're on the corner. Give me the corners.
Basically, College and the corner of College and Strangline Road.
And Strangline Road, just a little bit south of that.
Just a little bit south
of that. Now, how long have you been running Golf MD?
We've started in '94, so been around a little while.
Oh, yeah, we can't do that. That's higher math for all of us, and we probably cheat on our golf scores too because of that math. So tell us about the services that you provide.
We do totally custom clubs, so everything is custom fitted, weighted. Shaft frequencies, we get very detailed on the fittings. We also do regripping, fitting existing clubs that you have, making sure that the lengths are right, and if we need to do shaft changes, that type of thing. But any kind of repairs we can do. We also do lessons, and I'm a aim point and green reading instructor also.
Right, and we'll talk a little bit more detail about a couple of those things.
Okay.
So where did you learn to repair clubs? I mean, you've been doing it for a long time. Where did you learn to do that?
Been doing it for a long time. I had a uncle that did it.
Okay.
There was a pro here for years, and he kind of did it on his own, and I went through him a little bit, and then I went through several different schools that by KZG and a couple other fitting companies that learned how to do about everything.
And that got you ranked as one of the top club fitters, the 100 top club fitters in the country. That's fantastic. Right. So somebody walks through your door. A lot of times they'll have their whole set of clubs or whatever. What's the usual complaint that a golfer has regarding their clubs?
Oh, we always have to blame something. So golf is that way. So we want to blame the clubs first. And once we get done, we go through an assessment and find out for sure what's going on, and do an assessment, and then from there find out what we have to do with the clubs. And once we get those right, then it's all you.
So what's the process of doing an assessment with somebody? What do you run them through?
We do run them through appointments only on the fittings, and we do launch monitor testing. We use the TrackMan launch monitor that they use on tour. We use what we call fit chip, which the fit chip tells us exact frequencies of the shaft, what the shaft should be for your swing. So everybody's different. Doesn't matter how old you are, how tall you are, if you're a man or woman. So this tells us exactly a number. We don't care, anything else. So.
Is that a computer program?
It's a computer program, that shows exact frequencies.
Okay, yeah, so how does it measure that?
Do you have any measures the deflection of the shaft when you hit a ball. So it will actually tell us what frequency will make that shaft and that face square up and snap at exact impact. So we get the most distance and the straightest shot out of that club.
Wow. So you've got all sorts of computer stuff there to give the golfer the edge.
Oh, yeah.
And given the edge is not only an extra 15 yards or something like that, but it's also just beating your buddies that are in your foursome, too.
Absolutely. That's half the battle.
That's real important, yeah. So the swing monitor, I don't know how those things can show you so much in such a short time. I mean, a swing is so quick. Yeah. I don't know how they can do that, but you use those to help decide the clubs that you offer. No, but you also offer just the teaching abilities from your eye, from what you see, and then you use the computers as well to make decisions
when we're doing teaching. We use the launch monitor and video systems. So,
right.
Yeah.
So what's the most common issue with somebody when they come in and need a lesson or need a group of lessons?
When we do the assessment for the fitting, we actually will assess whether we need to take a lesson first. Because there's a lot of times when the fitting's not going to do us any good unless we get a certain thing worked out with the swing first. So we might suggest doing a small lesson first to figure that out, then do the fitting. So it does make a difference. We don't want to fit to the wrong swing.
Right. No. And you've got it. You're wearing it right now. The aim point green reading classes that you offer. You're the only guy in the marketplace that can offer that. Explain that is not technologically high up there. That doesn't use a computer.
It actually does use a computer
does?
when they
Okay.
developed it originally because
yes.
they use it on when you see it on the Golf Channel, it's the green line they show. That shows the break of the green. That's actually computer generated, but they actually go read the greens by hand first.
Right.
And they just plug it in the computer. So they know at a certain speed of that ball that it's going to break 2 inches or whatever it is. So there's charts we use, very quick and easy. There's Padraig Harrington uses it. A lot of guys on the tour are using it. So it gets it's done very well. Yeah.
But the thing that you told me, and you explained this at another time, you actually read it with your feet, with the feel of the green and your feet.
You get used to the feel, and what we always know is when we're going uphill. So if you think you always know when you're going uphill, we'll get you a feel of you'll be able to feel an exact 1% grade difference on every single one. So anytime you stand there, you'll say, I might be 1%, is what I'm standing on, 1% grade, which always has to be at least that for green to run water off. So, but we teach you how to read that and all the mounds around the green and go specifically off feel. You don't even have to look. Other than I need to put, 1 or 2 inches left or right.
Yeah. So give us if somebody wants to sign up for any of the classes or they want to talk to you about getting their clubs refitted and regripped and things like that, how can they reach you?
They can reach me at 913-663-5050. And we can set up appointments for that or the aim point classes.
Okay, and your website is?
golf-md.com.
And it's pretty thorough on all the different things that you offer and you have and all that stuff.
Yes, it is.
Now, we know you've got to run back to your booth here at the golf show, so we'll let you jump out of here, and we're going to bring in my buddy Jim Potoski here in just a second. So why don't you pull off the microphones? But thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And Jim, come on over there. Jim is over here. Okay, so Jim, we're going to make a quick switcheroo. You might hear some sound or something like that because Jim can be a noisy guy, as far as all that stuff goes. But Jim hasn't been on the show for. I think you joined us. First of all, I haven't seen Jim. I don't think since December.
Right.
Face to face. So square yourself up on the camera there. There we go. But Jim, he's a writer for Kansas City Sports and Fitness. I think from the very early days you actually wrote for KC Sports and Fitness, the very first days. For 5 years or so,
right.
you were my co-host of the radio show. Now you're working on something right now, a special golf tournament. You've added the title of Tournament Director under your name. So fill us in on what you're doing.
Well, thanks to you, Steve, and our affiliation through the show with the U.S. Army recruiting battalions. I've made some friends up at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, and so this summer on June 22nd, on Friday, I'm hosting the first annual Fore, F-O-R-E, Fore at the Fort. And what that is a kind of a little brainchild I had. If I want to do is get my tagline for the event is 36, 18, 36. That's the measurements. That means 36 means I want to get 36 Kansas City business executives to come up to Fort Leavenworth on post and play at the Trails West Golf Course, play 18 holes, so 36, 18 holes with 36 U.S. Army soldiers. So how about that? A lot of golfers out there, but how many golfers have ever played with an active U.S. Army soldier? Probably not very many. And how many people have ever played up at Fort Leavenworth at their golf course? It's called Trail West Golf Course. Probably not very many. So it's going to be an eye-opening event for most people and most golfers, and I just want to get them. Playing with a soldier is pretty cool, Steve, don't you think?
It's been very eye-opening for both
us. We've learned a lot
over the years of talking to the soldiers that we've talked to, and everybody should experience that and get to know some. They're regular men and women that are out there, but their focus and their dedication are just incredible.
Well, a lot of these men and women may decide because so many troops are coming back now from the war zones that they wanted to return to civilian life, and that's the hook here. So I want these soldiers to meet a corporate business owner, business executive, whatever, so they can kind of start building that pipeline so soldiers have a way to find a job in the civilian sector. And
open up the eyes of the civilian people so that they are more accepting of these soldiers and realize that the skills and abilities that they have.
Well, some of these soldiers have amazing skills in their particular fields, you know what I mean, and engineering, those kind of things, and GPS and all that stuff, building cities, building communities, building schools. So they have a lot of skills that maybe a lot of people don't have around here, and we want to get them indoctrinated into what Kansas City has to offer for these soldiers up at Fort Leavenworth.
Exactly. They're huge on logistics, whatever those logistics are. They're, you know, the details that it takes to do whatever it takes to do it. So how can people reach you, Jim, if they're out there in their business and they want to find out how they can participate in this? How can they reach you?
Just, I guess, give me a call, area code 816-695-5817, or they can go to pulsemarketing.biz, B-I-Z, and they can check the website there for information on where they can find me.
Terrific, terrific. Well, thanks, Jim, for assistance at the golf show today. He was our guest wrangler today to help me get the guests to the booth on time.
Chasing down guests.
There we go.
Like the KU Jayhawks and the Missouri Tigers playing ball a little bit later on.
That's right. That'll do it for our show today. I want to thank our guest, Dr. Lynn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic, Eric Pickrell from GreatLife Golf and Fitness in River Oaks, Mike Dickerson from Golf MD, and Jim Potoski, tournament director for Fore at the Fort. Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness and KC Show. And check out some of our other shows on YouTube. Search for Good Sports KC as the channel that you look up. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in KC Sports and Fitness and KC magazines. You'll find them all over Kansas City, and they're free, so pick them up today.
Booyah!
After a $1 million renovation, the Kansas City Ice Center has reopened and is now enrolling for fall classes. Located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive, the Kansas City Ice Center is registering students for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes. And right now, with your coupon from Kansas City Sports and Fitness, you can save $10 on any skate school registration. For more information or to register for a class online, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. We all know how important balance is to the game of golf, but did you realize that there are easy ways to improve your balance with golf shoe orthotics? Statistics show that 50% of golfers hit the ball harder and 38% lowered their score while using orthotics. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can help improve your balance on the course with customized foot leveler orthotics, and you can save $50 with your coupon from KC Sports Magazine. To make an appointment with Dr. McIntosh, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. It's March craziness time, and Johnny Brusco's New York-style pizza in Overland Park has a great special offer when you use their coupon in this month's KC Sports. Get any large pizza for only $12. That's right, any large pizza for only $12, and delivery is free. Visit the Johnny Brusco's on 135th, just east of Covera in Overland Park for a sit-down or take-out meal, or call Johnny Brusco's at 913-897-8160 and get your pizza delivered free. And this month, get any large pizza for only $12. Find out how you can join thousands who are losing weight the easy way. Take the Body by Vi 90-day challenge and join real people who are getting real results. For more information, visit kcmohealth.com and put yourself on track to a healthier you in just 90 days. Exercise is medicine, and as we age, it gets tougher to fit exercise into our day. Then we turn to prescriptions to stay healthy. Now Chiefs Hall of Famer Art Still has a simple solution for all of us to use exercise as medicine and improve our health. Art's program uses Core Power Max resistance bands and allows you to include easy and practical exercises into your day that will give you more strength, flexibility, and stamina. For more information on Art Still's program, visit bandstrength.com. That's bandstrength.com, and get healthier with exercise. The next time you're planning a group outing, choose yellow and choose First. Those yellow buses you see that transport your kids can also be rented for activities like taking a group to the big game, corporate events, church or youth group trips, special events, shuttles, and more. Choose yellow by contacting First Student Charter Bus Rental for safe, affordable, and reliable group transportation. With 8 KC locations, there's a yellow office near you. For a list of locations, visit firstcharterbus.com. That's firstcharterbus.com, and choose yellow and choose First. Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy. It's an unusual name, but it's a simple, safe, effective, and affordable sports injury treatment solution. Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy has been used by players from the NFL, MLB, PGA, and more to speed recovery from injuries. Now, Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy is available at Summit of Health, 200 North East Chipman in Lee Summit. Go online at summitofhealth.com or call Dr. Susan Anschutz at 816-554-4771 to find out how Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy can help speed your recovery from injuries. Single game tickets for the Kansas City Command are now on sale. Call for tickets at 855-KC-ARENA. Visit kccommand.com or email tickets@kccommand and put yourself right in the middle of the action with your hometown arena football team, the Kansas City Command.
Is pain part of your normal day? There's good news. Deep tissue laser therapy, a new non-surgical and drug-free way to treat pain. At Renuva Back and Pain Center, over 90% of our patients have been satisfied with their results.
I heard about Renuva, and it is amazing how I have been helped.
I am able now to do things that you take for granted. I can do all those things now. So it's helped me a lot.
Call Renuva today and receive a free treatment when you schedule your exam.
For your free treatment, call 913-828-0142. That's 913-828-0142. Or visit RenuvaRelief.com. That's RENUVA Relief.com. Get top dollar for your gold at the Gold Rush Exchange. And with your coupon from KC Sports, get 15% extra when you sell your gold today. Visit the Gold Rush Exchange at 518 103rd between State Line and Warnell. Call 816-941-RUSH or visit kcgoldrush.com for more details and get top dollar for your gold at the Gold Rush Exchange.